Hey Broncos country, welcome to another video that's gonna make you jump off the couch. A bomb just dropped in the Denver Broncos world. We've signed a new cornerback, Mario Goodrich, straight from the UFL, and he's coming in hot to strengthen our secondary, which is already one of the most feared in the NFL. But wait, this signing is shaking up the roster, and one of our corners might have his days numbered in Denver. Who could be on the trade block, and what can Mario Goodrich bring to our team? Stick with me because today we're breaking down this news, giving you the context, the stats, and of course, that energy only Broncos fans have. Broncos country, let's get straight to the point. The Denver Broncos just signed cornerback Mario Goodrich, a guy coming from the United Football League, where he was dominating with the Birmingham Stallions. And look, this isn't just any signing. Goodrich is a player with experience, talent, and a comeback story that's got us pumped to see him rocking the orange and blue jersey. But before we talk about his impact, let me tell you who this guy is and why he's making so much noise. Mario Goodrich, 25 years old, is a 6-foot, 186-pound cornerback with a physical profile that blends speed, agility, and instinct. He was part of Clemson's 2018 national championship team, a powerhouse in college football, and since then, he's been grinding to make his mark in the NFL. In 2023, he played 4 games for the Philadelphia Eagles, showing he has what it takes to compete at the highest level. After stints on the practice squads for the Eagles and Giants, he moved to the UFL in 2025, where he absolutely crushed it. In 6 games for the Stallions, he racked up 12 solo tackles, 5 pass breakups, and 3 forced fumbles. That's right, Broncos country. This guy's a chaos machine in the opponent's secondary. Now, why did the Broncos go after him? Well, our secondary is already one of the best in the league, led by the monster Patrick Surtain II, who's simply the best cornerback in the NFL, no doubt. Alongside him, we have Riley Moss, who's improving every game, and Jaquan McMillian, a slot corner who's become a key piece in Vance Joseph's defense. But the roster is so stacked with talent that some players might be squeezed out, and Goodrich's arrival could be the final push for a trade that's got us all on edge. The big rumor is that Damari Mathis, our cornerback drafted in the 4th round in 2022, is practically on the way out of Denver. Mathis started the 2024 season on injured reserve but came back showing flashes of his talent, including a big play against the Saints. The problem? He's behind Surtain, Moss, McMillian, and even Levi Wallace on the depth chart. To make matters worse, rookie Chris Abrams-Draine, a 5th-round pick in 2024, is also pushing for playing time. With Goodrich entering the mix, Mathis is in a tough spot. He's young, only 26, and has proven he can start in the NFL, so there's definitely interest from other teams. A trade could bring us a draft pick or a player that fills another roster need. But let's get back to Goodrich, because he's the headline here. What does he bring to the table? First, versatility. He can play both outside coverage and slot corner, giving Sean Payton and Vance Joseph more options to confuse opposing quarterbacks. Second, he's a beast on special teams. With the Stallions, Goodrich showed he's not afraid to take hits on punt and kickoff returns, gold for a team like ours that lost special teamer Tremon Smith to Houston in free agency. And third, he's got that underdog mentality, a guy who went undrafted, bounced around practice squads, then dominated the UFL. That's the kind of player who comes hungry and ready to prove himself. And look, Broncos country, this signing screams Sean Payton. Since he arrived in 2023, he's been building a team with depth, talent, and attitude. The Broncos' secondary is already a fortress, but adding a guy like Goodrich shows Payton isn't messing around. He wants a defense that not only stops opponents, but crushes their hopes. And with Bo Nix leading the offense, showing he's the franchise quarterback we hoped for, the defense needs to match that level to push this team into the playoffs, and who knows, maybe even the Super Bowl in 2025. Now, some bigger context. The Broncos finished 2024 with 10 wins and a playoff appearance, something we hadn't seen since the glory days with Peyton Manning. The defense was the heart of this team, leading the NFL in sacks and ranking top 5 in multiple categories. But the roster is so deep that GM George Paton faces a good problem. Too many good players for too few spots. Goodrich's arrival and Mathis's possible departure are part of this strategy to keep the team competitive now and in the future. And with the AFC West getting tougher every year, looking at you, Chiefs and Chargers, every move counts. And there's more. This isn't the first time the Broncos have scouted talent from the UFL. In 2024, we brought in linebacker Dondria Tillman, who's on the ERFA list for 2025 and could be a key piece. This shows Peyton and Peyton are watching every corner to find players who fit our culture of hard work and passion for the game. Goodrich is another example, and I wouldn't be surprised if he quickly becomes a fan favorite. My take? Broncos country? I'm excited about Mario Goodrich. He's got everything to be a solid addition, whether as depth in the secondary or as a special team standout. As for Damari Mathis, it's sad to think about a trade, but it makes sense. He deserves a spot where he gets more snaps, and if we can get a draft pick for him, that's a win-win. What gets me pumped is seeing how Peyton is building a team that doesn't leave room for error. 2025 could be our year, and signings like this prove it. So, Broncos country, what do you think about this bombshell? Will Mario Goodrich come in and make a difference in our secondary? And what about Damari Mathis? Is he really on his way out? Drop all your thoughts in the comments because I want to know what's on your mind. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any videos. Let's roll into this season together because the Denver Broncos are coming strong. Go Broncos!